a interesting day. I had my post-op appointment and I got my stitches out and I am all cleared to go back to work for tomorrow. But I also had neglected the last few days when I had done the last week's vlog to update you on the books that I have read. I started and finished Alice in Borderland on Saturday morning during the 24-hour reading sprints for witchathon. And I also, on Sunday, I finished reading Journey with Plant Spirits. With Alice in Borderland, I gave that, like, I think 3.5 stars. It was all right. I definitely like the concept of it's more like Hunger Games meets Alice in Wonderland kind of type of thing. And I definitely am interested in seeing where the rest of the series goes. Journeys with Plant Spirits, I gave that 3 stars. It's alright. I'll go more into detail whenever I plan on doing just a standard review type of video for the So Mote It Be book club, because it will just be me discussing the book and I'll just do a separate review for that. But I gave that 3 stars. I had started and finished Lore Olympus. I started Lore Olympus Saturday night because I went to my library to pick up my holds, and that was one of them. And I started it Saturday night, finished it Sunday, gave that 4.5 stars, I believe. I really enjoyed the artwork and storyline with that as well, so I am happy. I like how I have like Mocha as my guest in the background. And if you can hear Jordan in the background, he's talking to a friend on the phone. So, but I had also started Heartstopper Volume 1 as a reread, so I can read it. I plan on reading all 4 volumes this month, but Volume 3 is on my Tarot TBR. I'm on like page 95 of that, and I also started reading Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I'm doing a buddy read with my friend Melissa with Rocket Reads for that. I'm doing like 50 pages a day of it, and I got my hold in from Libby this morning, so I'm about 15-ish pages in it. I can't quite remember now, but along with having my... And before we went to my doctor's appointment, we did some running around, and one of the running arounds we went to Harbor Freight, Pet Supermarket, and also a crystal store, and I had ended up getting a few more crystals. I got sulfur, which it's supposed to smell like sulfur as well. I had them put it in a separate bag just in case it had the same smell, but the way that it crystallizes is really cool looking, so I got that. And I got, let me prop you guys up on my laptop really quick so I can take this out of the baggie. I forgot what one of the names was. Let me get the receipt out. Argonite. It's a raw piece of crystal. Really cannot really focus on here, but it's really pretty. I love the way that it crystallizes and forms. And then I got a heart-shaped red tiger's eye. It's just really washed out because of the laptop screen behind it, but I am happy with those. They give 10% off to locals who have a card, one of their business cards, so I got 10% off along with these, so I am happy with that. And then, yeah, and we also stopped by my office to kind of like kill some time because we were like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours early in town before my doctor's appointment, so we went by the office to kind of hang out and catch up with my manager. So, but yeah, so it's been a pretty decent day, and the end of my medical leave has come by quickly, but I am actually happy to start getting back on a decent routine. I was gonna go to knit night tonight, but I honestly am kind of peopled out for today because of just being running around. It's just kind of tired me out. So I'm gonna chill out for the rest of tonight and just get as much reading done as I can. I got these radishes. And some cantaloupe sprouts too. You can barely see, but I got some catgrass sprouts too. Hey guys, I am back at work now. It's my first day back since being on family medical leave since my surgery, and I am just having a pretty chill day. It's been really quiet, so not too much to stress out about. I did have a lot of emails to kind of like finish reviewing and stuff, so when I got here my brain was kind of mushy, but overall it's been pretty chill. I've been working on some knitting projects and watching some YouTube. I had a doctor's appointment with my endocrinologist beforehand to go over my blood work that I had done before I had my surgery, and my insulin levels are higher than they were the 6 months prior. So I'm gonna have to up my metformin to kind of bring those levels down. And I really do need to get a better like diet and exercise regimen like started and like stuck with. But yeah, so far just with starting at work, it's been pretty decent, even with like some changes that happens with my company, but so far so good. I'm doing pretty good. Good morning, you guys. I just wanted to do a quick update since I didn't really say anything since probably Monday. Last night was pretty chill. I read, I caught up with my buddy read with Melissa with Ember in the Ashes. Now I'm like on 156, which is in the middle of a chapter, but it's like a chapter break. So I'm enjoying it so far. I didn't realize how bloody this book was. I didn't really hear very much about it other than that it's supposed to be kind of intense, which intense is right. It's definitely kind of nail-biting in some spots, but I read a bit. I caught up with that and read my daily like pages because I'll be reading 50 pages a day in that, and then I read a little bit in Psychic Witch before I went to bed last night. But yeah, this morning, and I also had given myself a bit of a haircut. I had kind of tried to attempt to give myself some curtain bangs. I think it turned out all right just for me doing it myself. And I also cut off about it like an inch and a half on like the underside of my hair, because my hair is thick and it has been in the high 80s, like low 90s here for the last like week. So with it being so warm and the AC at work is struggling to keep up because it's in we're in a concrete building. The walls and everything is concrete, so it's like holding in all that heat from the sun. So it's been like almost, it's like, I think it got up to 79 in the office yesterday, so that was fun. So I definitely need to kind of keep my hair as light as possible so I don't overheat. But yeah, I did that this morning. You'll see some clips. I have some baby plants sprouting up. Radishes for sure are coming in. I planted the peat pot that it's in a bigger pot and with more soil, and I planted some extra seeds around like the empty space of the peat pot. So we'll see if I get some more radishes then, and how the radishes do being planted into the bigger pot. I also mixed up some like plant food that like in some water and a mister, so to kind of give them some extra nutrients. I also got my green beans are been transplanted into soil, so they're not in the plastic bagging anymore, because I got a lot of sprouts with the green beans, more than I had anticipated, and which I'm happy about. But those were germinated in the plastic bagging method, and they've been planted in some pots. My spinach is sprouted last night. I noticed it in another like sprout popped up overnight. I think I have it written on the side of it, but I honestly don't remember. I think it's a flower. I have some flower sprouts popping up, and some of this other stuff that I put in the plastic baggies to germinate, they're starting to sprout. So I am pretty pleased, and this is all within a week, so I'm surprised with how quick everything's going. So I still have a few that aren't quite there yet. They're still kind of taking their time, which is fine. But I spent like the first hour that I was awake this morning like feeding the cats and working in my garden, which is what I am trying to do more, instead of like hopping onto my phone to do stuff or hopping onto YouTube to watch stuff. But and I also worked in my planner for a little bit, did my like daily work there. I am right now, I have my computer pulled up. I am updating my Notion, because I have a daily check-in Notion with kind of just to-dos, reminders to like do throughout the day. And I am about to update the spreadsheet for witchathon, because if I don't do that every so often throughout the day, it gets a little out of control. So yeah, I am going to do that and watch while I'm watching YouTube. I need to get also back into journaling as well, so I might do a little bit of that later. But yeah. And I also do need to do another card pull for the goddess bonus prompts. So we'll see what I get up to. I just wanted to share my outfit today because I just took pictures of it for, I believe it's the Coven of Night. They have a activity prompt of wearing earth tones and sharing it on social media. And I have a brown belt and this cream lace skirt. I'm calling it as an earth tone. I was really happy with the way that this outfit turned out. And I'm also wearing some earth tone stone. I don't know what the stone is, ring, but I'm also wearing my this is jewelry I got from a local metaphysical store, and I love it. I'm also wearing some stone earrings I was gifted from my mother-in-law, and my makeup look came out pretty good today, so I am pretty pleased with how my look came out.
did the vlog.
Yeah. There's like a wood chip right near her.
Okay, so I have book mail. It's from Macmillan Publishers, so I'm thinking it's a tour book because I asked for a few arcs from tour. Let's see. Woo! Martha Wells, The Witch King. This is one I've been eyeing. Cover's pretty cool looking too. Uncorrected proof on sale May 22nd. So this one comes out at the end of the month for immediate release. So I will probably be putting this on my TBR today. Let's see. Excluding the acknowledgments, it's 414 pages, so it looks kind of chunky, but it's not that long. Let's see. It's from the author, The Murderbot Diaries. It is a story of power and friendship, trust and betrayal in the families we choose. Kyanna is the Witch King, though he hasn't always been, and he hasn't even always been Kyanna. After being murdered, his consciousness dormant and unaware of the passing of time, while confined in an elaborate water trap, Kai wakes to find a lesser mage attempting to harness Kai's magic to his own advantage. That was never going to go well. But why was Kai imprisoned in the first place? What has changed the world since his assassination? And why does the Rising World Coalition appear to be growing in influence? Kai will need to pull his allies close and draw on all of his pain magic if he is to answer even the least of these questions, and he's not going to like the answers. And this is her first fantasy novel in more than a decade, apparently. Nice. But yeah, it says for immediate release, May 30th. And it's been blurbed by N.K. Jemisin. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to put this on my TBR for this month.
In the background the entire time, the ultrasound is before the probe is even.